So you picked yourself up a shiny new set of lights, and now you're diving into the wide, wide world of light modifiers. With so many light modifiers out there, it's hard to know which one is the right choice for your style of photography. So today I thought it'd be really cool to create a bunch of images, each using a different modifier or a combination of them together, so you can see what each one does and which one you like best. Why would you choose one light modifier over another? Well, it all boils down to highlights and shadows. The type and what you do with each modifier will have a pretty dramatic effect on the depth, strength, and shape of the highlights and shadows in your images. You'll want to choose one that fits your story best. By the way, all these modifiers work for any light. Strobe, constant, flash, video lights. I'll be using strobes today, but the type of light you use doesn't really matter as long as you can attach a modifier to it. I'm gonna burn through these real quick and then we'll take a look at each one of them individually at the end. The dish reflector grid and diffusion paper is probably my all-time favorite combination of light modifiers when it comes to just regular old food photography, you know, your editorial and cookbook style of images. It provides some of the most natural looking light. The reason why I love the combination of these light modifiers is that when you place the light and the grid about 5 to 6 feet away from the diffuser, you get qualities to your highlights and shadows that are pretty much spot on when you compare them to natural sunlight coming through a diffused window. But that brings up a good point, and that is distance. Each one of these light modifiers will look different at different distances. That's why I've photographed each one of these modifiers at 3 different distances here. You see, the farther you push back a light, the harder or more defined the shadows will be, and the closer the light is, the softer. However, when you add something that diffuses the light in front of your chosen modifier, the diffusion becomes the new light source. But the same physics apply. The difference being that the farther you pull the light back in this setup, the larger the light on the diffusion becomes. So if you want hard light, you'll have to push the light closer when you're using a diffuser. That's what gives the softbox its softness, because the front fabric or the diffuser here becomes the new light source. Alright, so here are the shots from all of these different light modifiers together. Let me know in the comments which ones you prefer and which ones you might think would work best for your style of photography. The bare light here, more as a control. Those shadows get really defined as we pull back the light. Nothing much changes when I pop on the reflector. It looks like the light is bouncing off my white walls and are filling up the shadows, especially in that 6-footer there. Adding the grid on focuses that beam of light and adds a huge amount of contrast. The softbox is, well, super soft at 1 foot, and the same with the octabox. However, the octabox has more defined shadows, it seems. The snoot naturally gives a great vignette spotlight effect close up. With the diffuser combos, the reflector is super soft all around. The softbox as well, with a tad more contrast. The grid, like I said, is my favorite for natural looking window light. But out of all of these shots, I think I like the snoot at 1 foot the best. The vignette and hard shadows are just doing it for me. I also edited the background colors to match the pomegranates because the Pantone color for 2023 is Viva Magenta, so that's what I'm going for here. Now, do you need to go out and buy all of these different light modifiers? Do you need to have every single one of them in your photography kit at all times? No, but it is good to have a general understanding of what each one of these modifiers can do. If anything, it adds more tools to your creative toolbox, just knowing what options you have at hand to tell the stories that you want to tell. And if you have a particular idea in mind, you know, maybe you can go out and rent one just for that particular shoot. Fun fact. The world's most expensive commercially available hot dog cost $169. Sold by the Tokyo Dog food truck in Seattle, Washington. This hot dog contains a smoked cheese bratwurst, butter teriyaki grilled onions, Maitake mushrooms, wagyu beef, foie gras, shaved black truffles, and Japanese mayonnaise all served up on a brioche bun. Man, I need some more coffee.